This segment is brought to you by DCHFA, your homeownership resource in the district.
All right, Tikisha, how are you?
I'm doing great, Denise. How are you?
I'm fine. It's Friday.
It is. Happy Friday.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I before we, really talk about this special event that's coming up on the 21st, I'd love for you to share a little bit about the mission or the mission of the single family programs there at DCHFA.
Sure. So I will say that the single family department, our mission is to offer down payment assistance and affordable housing to Washingtonians here in the district. We also try to make sure that we couple that with educating the borrower as well, because we don't want to just put someone in a home. We want to make sure that they stay in that home and that they can move forward and sustain the home as well.
Yeah. Are folks knocking your door down?
They are, but that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Because even though we are in a very volatile state right now with interest rates, there's still room to actually move forward and purchase. And so we're just trying to educate our borrowers and let them know that information.
Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, at some point I might want to bring you on to talk a little bit about, the prediction of the increased amount of foreclosures that, this economy or in this place that we're in right now that they're predicting. I've been reading a lot of articles that are really distressing, and especially at a time when we as a community, and I'm really talking about African Americans, are still trying to get, our piece of the pie, our 40 acres, right? Or in the District of Columbia, our eighth of an acre, whatever it takes to buy a home.
I agree 100%. And I'm glad you brought that up, because there are a lot of displaced workers in the district, but there's help out there. And we need to be better with putting that information out, because there are a lot of programs that homeowners can leverage in order to move forward, staying in their homes.
Wonderful. So I know that we're going to talk about this event that's coming up on June 21st. And as we talk about that, I don't know if some of those services are going to be available to folks, but what is happening on June the 21st?
So June 21st, we're having our annual homeownership fair for National Homeownership Month. It will be on June 21st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Rise Demonstration Center in Southeast DC. And we will have some providers there that can help potential borrowers and current borrowers. We're current homeowners as well. So if you are someone that's looking to purchase, this is the event for you. If you are someone who's on the fence, this event is for you. And also, if you already own a home, we have providers there that can talk to you about energy efficiency programs, insurance, sustainability programs as well. So we're using National Homeownership Month as our North Star in order to provide all of those services across the board.
It seems as though your program, really is trying to push folks into, and I shouldn't say push, but just to create greater opportunities, to let people know that there is a path to homeownership in the District of Columbia. So many folks just don't feel like DC is affordable.
Right.
So what do you say to those folks?
So to those folks, I would say come to our event, because that's where the education comes in. Yes, we are in a high cost area being in the district. However, there are programs that you can stack. We have our flagship program, which is DC Open Doors, and borrowers can leverage that program and pay for the entire down payment of their home. You can also couple our program with other programs out here offered by some of our partners like DHCD with the HPAP program. We have lenders that will be in attendance as an exhibitor, and a lot of lenders have their own in-house down payment assistance program or closing cost subsidy that they can stack with our program as well in order to make that home more affordable.
I know the Rye Center is a perfect venue for an event like this, but why did you, decide to do this east of the river in Ward 8 as opposed to any other area where you could have had this fair?
That's a great question. So last year we had this fair at Gallaudet, and we decided that a lot of our borrowers are in Ward 7 and 8, and so we wanted to make sure that we could be somewhere where a lot of our borrowers or potential borrowers are, and they can access us. We are also having our program simultaneously on the same day as our other partner, DHCD, who's on MLK Avenue as well. They're having their National Homeownership Program from 10 to 2 on that day, and borrowers can register for that event on their website. So any programs or any services needed, you can come to us for credit counseling on that day, for homebuyer education services on that day, and then you can make it an entire day and go over to our partner and find out about TOPA, about heirs property, and other things. So this can be an event in Southeast that everyone can leverage.
For people who, I know that the folks that you will have there are coming, as you say, prepared to serve and to help. For those that come, what should they be prepared to do? Do they need to be prepared with documents, or do they need to be, kind of looking at their credit reports right now? What is it that they should come in with that you just know folks are always going to ask these questions?
Right. And that's a great question. I would just prepare, I would just come prepared to just retain a lot of information. I would bring a notepad because there's a lot of information that will be disseminated. If you're someone that's coming that needs assistance with, like you stated, credit repair, all of our CBOs will be there on site. Our CBOs are equipped with pulling credit.
CBOs are what?
CBOs are community-based organizations.
Okay, all right.
So our community-based organizations that serve the district will be there. And like I stated, they're equipped with pulling credit. If you need credit counseling, if you need to put together a financial budget to see where you are, in the home buying process, then they can do that as well. We have lenders and realtors there that will be there as well if they want to speak to some of the lenders to see what type of programs they have, so they can jot that information down. And then they can also speak to a realtor, and start that home buying process. So to be honest, a borrower could essentially come to this fair and leave pre-approved.
And for those who, that's fantastic. For those who we talked about a little bit earlier, because, my heart's going out to people right now who are, like you said, displaced workers, just trying to hold on. Are there folks there that can help them as well?
It is. We will actually have the district's foreclosure prevention specialists from DSB will be on site. The community-based organizations, they actually have foreclosure prevention and services to help mitigate foreclosure as well. So current borrowers who are facing hardships, they should come to this fair as well. This is not just a fair to help potential borrowers. This is a fair for homeownership as a whole. So we want to make sure, like I stated, that yes, you get in a home, but you can also sustain that home as well.
That is, again, I think that's good news. I remember when we went through this last economic crisis, a lot of folks were just embarrassed, right? They wouldn't seek help, or they waited too late to go and get the help that they needed. And we certainly don't want that to happen.
Agreed.
Right?
I agree.
So, I don't know if there are stages, if the person has just, gotten that first letter, or they just lost their job and they're just worried about it.
Right.
Well,
And one thing that I would say is, as a homeowner, if you are having issues, reach out and be transparent with your servicer, because at the end of the day, that servicer or that lender who has your loan, they don't want to foreclose on you. That's just additional cost that they have to pay. So reach out to them first to try to set up or get qualified for some type of modification. And then also come so you can be educated on that process, because the community-based organizations, they're trained in helping you get through that process and not have to do it by yourself.
That's good news. And I also think about our seniors, Tikisha. This folks that have been in their homes for a long time. They're no longer capable of maintaining their homes like they once did. Are there folks there that can provide them with resources as well?
Yes. We have a community-based organization that actually specializes in foreclosure prevention for seniors that may be in a reverse mortgage or just maybe in a hardship, regardless if they're in a reverse mortgage or not. So this is a fair that we want to make sure touches everyone that owns a home.
Yeah, I keep thinking of people. I'm like, but what about again with that senior, who is living in a home that really doesn't fit their needs anymore, but they want to stay in their home, right? So they need services. They might need extra handrails. They might need something in their bathroom. Are those people that provide services?
Yes, those people will be there as well. We will also have a provider who provides energy efficiency services as well, because we are aware that the district has an older home stock, and a lot of the seniors, they want to age in place in their own home,
right?
And as they should be able to.
Well, this sounds like a great event. Lots of information. We certainly hope folks will come out and get access to this free information.
Yes.
Because I assume that the event is free and open to the public. Yeah.
It is free. It is open to the public. If you have not registered yet, please go onto our website at DCHFA.org to register. You can click on the events tab and then scroll down to June 21st and register for the event. We'd love to have you on the 21st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Quick question then, because I'm always thinking about these seniors now. If they see this, because we do have a few that watch this show, but they, don't know how to do the website thing. So, or at least the registration. Can you register there?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can register there.
Okay.
We will have a table out front in the lobby of the RISE Demonstration Center. So please don't let that hinder you.
And
we do recommend that you register. We do recommend that you register, but if for some reason you can't, please don't let that hinder you from showing up.
Right. I was going to say, it seems like registration would be a good thing anyway, because now you're tapped into the resources that you all provide. If folks are willing to get that information sent to you outside of the mail.
That is correct. I agree.
Great. Okay. Well, this is good. I could ask a zillion trillion questions here, but I think this is good. I don't want to steal the excitement that's going to happen on, again, June 21st. Give us the details.
June 21st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the RISE Demonstration Center in Southeast DC. We will have a credit class. We will have a home buyer education class, and we will have roughly 30 exhibitors from realtors, lenders, community-based organizations, insurance providers. So please come out and join us.
All right. Tikisha Wilson, thank you so very much for being with us today and for sharing this great information. And Washington Former will be there to cover it. So
wonderful. Looking forward to it.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you, Denise.
Have a
Have a
good
good one.
All righty.
You too.
This segment was brought to you by DCHFA, your home ownership resource in the district.
Where do you